Danny is here, looking rested after his recent holiday. Danny, I hope nobody was behaving like that on your flight home.
Or either was I, for that
Well,
matter.
I know you wouldn't be behaving like that.
No, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Flying out, believe it or not, out of Kerry Airport and back.
Yeah,
A dream.
it's so handy, isn't it? It's just a gift.
Wouldn't it be lovely if they could bring us more destinations out of there? It is brilliant. What I did notice this time around, there were lots of people from Cork and Limerick and beyond coming to Kerry.
Yeah, because it's so handy.
Yeah, and so quick. You're through it so fast.
And best of all, you can come out the door of the airport and find your car.
Yes.
Which,
no problem.
Which is a problem for some of us,
yeah.
at other airports. But anyway, enough about that. We're keeping on the holiday theme, Danny, this month. You're going to talk a bit about packing. I think you did this last year, and it was a huge hit.
Yeah, with the suitcase. But this time I said, no, forget about the suitcase. I'm going to keep it a bit simpler. Now, I haven't included the swimwear into this. So it is 10 items to be worn over a 5-day period, or you can extend it to a 12-day, or to a 7-day if you wish. Just using a colour palette that is plain, that you can mix and match quite easy. And again, some things have a dual purpose, or maybe that you might be able to use them 3 times with different things. Even on my recent holiday, it was lovely people watching. There was one particular lady that had something similar to this. She wore a dress going out to dinner one night. Following day, with breakfast, she had her cami and trousers underneath it, and the dress opened wide. It was a dress blouse. And then on day 3, she reused it again by the pool.
Yeah. Getting the maximum usage.
Getting the maximum usage. And I think as well, unless you're over sweaty, there is no need of one wear and wash. I think even with our everyday items, we have to get out of the habit of overwashing. Because number 1, it's doing the environment no good. And number 2, which is more importantly, it's doing the clothes no good either, being overwashed.
Yeah, and sometimes even just a spray of Febreze or something will do the trick.
Even with that, we're in a clean environment now. It isn't like 20, 30 years ago. Everywhere is spotless. So unless you're clumsy and spill stuff over yourself, you should be away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Now, just to remind people, by the way, we are filming this thanks to David Corky, who has the cameras on myself and Danny. Wish I'd worn a bit more makeup, but anyway. So you'll be able to have a look later on and see what Danny is talking about in terms of the mix and match wardrobe. But Danny, for the benefit of people who can't see the video, I might just ask you to describe the items as you talk us through.
No problem. This is the first piece. Again, I took this piece from the lady at the pool. She had something like this, but it was in a red colour.
It's a dress?
It's a dress, and it's a blouse dress, so it buttons all the ways down. It has a collar on it as well, particularly if you're going out for a walk in the afternoon when there is sun. I know we're looking for it here. The guards are looking for sun lately, I think. It's on the wanted list. But there, I've it kind of unbuttoned to show you. Now, there's a bit of a wave effect going through this, and the colours that are going through it. You have your kind of turquoisey blue, you have your darker blue, and you have your navy, you have white, and then you have splashes of sun with the yellow going through it, which creates a lovely effect. But again, you can put your navy cami underneath this, and it creates just a different look, and it pulls out different colours from the pattern in the dress there. I should have unbuttoned another few, but like that, I'm not as good at unbuttoning as what I used to be. Under a bit of pressure. There we go. And again, the navy is one colour that you can put under it. It just creates. So in this, I have included your navy cami, and I've also gone for your cut-offs, which are ideal. These again have the cotton in them, 60% in the makeup, and it just creates that lovely slimming effect by using the cami and the trousers the same colour.
So just to describe to the listeners, so we have navy cut-offs with a navy cami, and then you use the dress almost like a cardigan effect over it,
yes,
or
a kimono effect. Really.
Effect, yeah. It's
so you're
gorgeous,
doubling it up. And again, can you imagine this if you had a navy swimsuit going down to the pool? Just have it over, look very French Riviera with your swimsuit inside, so you're getting a second or third wear out of it after using it already as a dress.
Yeah.
But the other
Great
thing,
utility piece.
Yeah, it is. It's just one of those that'll keep on giving. And again, you can use it year in, year out. The other colour that you can put with this, and it just will pull out a different colour in the pattern and make it a bit fresher as well, is by putting the white cami and cut-offs underneath it. It's almost making it look fresher. Look at that. It just creates...
Gives it a whole different look.
Yeah, it's a whole different look again, even though it is the same colours that you're doing. All that you're doing is you're just adding in the white. And if you wanted to dress that up, all you'd have to do is put your gold or silver necklace,
bit of bling.
A bit of bling. And again, when it comes to holiday jewellery, you don't have to bring every necklace to go with every outfit. I think if you just pick one necklace that is neutral, and trust me to get twisted in this, or the chains get twisted.
Oh, don't you get twisted?
No. I had no alcohol today, even though I had enough of it in holidays, including, there we go. But again, just by adding on that piece dresses it up. So if you were going to dinner, there's
genius.
No problem.
Yeah,
you know?
That's genius. That's a whole different look now.
Again, it is just so simple, but you still basically have the same three pieces, but by adding on that bit of bling, it just elevates it another bit.
It really does.
You know,
yeah.
But you don't have to bring a yellow one, a navy one. Go for something neutral. A gold or even a silver would be lovely. And again, even if we were to add on the silver, I'm probably making a bit too noise.
No, it's fine.
There.
It's all sound effects, Danny.
You notice even by putting on the silver, it cools down the look. The gold probably made it a bit warmer, and it probably brought out a bit more of the yellow. But with the blues and stuff, it's creating the cooler look with the silver necklace as well.
Fabulous. So just to sum up that particular outfit, I've explained about the cami and the cut-off pants, but when you're picking a dress to bring, maybe pick one that has a few colours in it, so you can pick up one of those colours in the pants or the cami.
Yeah. And keep it, like with this, I've gone for the navy and white would be the look overall. But I did pack three quarters in this. And again, you can introduce, even with this, you can either introduce your royal blue trousers as well with your white or with your navy, and it gives it a whole different look again.
So 3 possible outfits
from the
at
one.
least.
Yeah,
from the
at
one
least. The dress itself would be 4, and then what you put with it would be different.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Okay. So what else would you suggest people
Now,
bring?
the other one that I found, even though where we were was quite warm, it was a case of, in the evenings, we had an ocean view, and it was quite cold. So a denim jacket, whether you're a man or a woman, would be ideal for holidays as well.
And can you wear a denim jacket at any age? Is it ageless?
I love this. Yes, it's ageless. Someone in their 20s or even teenagers can wear it. Someone in their 90s can wear it. All I'd say, if you have the attitude and the right clothes to go with it underneath, you're away. There's no such thing as mutton dressed as lamb anymore. And again, as you said earlier, women are, and so are men, they're staying younger with their attitudes more than what they were before, and they're dressing with that attitude in mind as well. Do you know? But that is one. And again, going on the plane before it takes off, this is ideal. I like to nod off every now and again if I can on a flight, and something like this will keep you warm during the flight. And if it's cold in the evening, particularly if you go to Portugal as well, there's a bit more of a breeze. That would be something to bring as well.
Okay, so definitely a denim jacket. And that's just to let the listeners know, that's a dark navy denim.
Yeah,
but you could bring a white denim jacket.
White would be perfect as well. Or again, depending on what you're bringing in your capsule wardrobe, you can introduce red, you can introduce different colours.
Okay, the listener has this question, and actually, I was going to ask you the same thing. They say, can you wear denim on denim? Denim
You
jeans,
can.
denim jacket. That look is kind of in, isn't it?
That's what I was going to say. It has snuck in over the summer, but it's going to be big for the next couple of seasons ahead. So if you want to stay in fashion, do your double denim.
Do your double denim. Now, I'm just going to interrupt the flow for a moment because we have a question in from Tara. She's in her late teens and she has 170 centimetre widest in her shoulders. Mm-hmm. So she says they are narrow and I get narrower from there. Would I be able to wear a strapless dress or what else might work? So she's kind of like a triangle shape.
She is.
Yeah.
She is. What you need to do if it is coming from the shoulders down, one of the tricks you can, what was the type of dress that she wanted to wear again?
A strapless dress.
A strapless dress. You could, but the only problem is you just have to be careful. What I would suggest if you were wearing it is double-sided tape just to hold up a strapless dress till you get used to wearing it. Sometimes you might have to go a bit tighter. If there is an elastication, you might have to go a small bit tighter if you're a bit wider just up at this part in the shoulder area. Just be aware of it. It can fall down at any time if it is too loose, but also too tight. You want to be comfortable. I'd go more tighter with it, but also look for the elastication where you can manipulate the elastic on top to make it fit your body shape better.
Okay, I hope Tara is happy with that answer. Before we return to our topic today, Danny, a listener wants to know, does wearing a belt increase your waistline or reduce it in appearance? I carry weight on my stomach and I want to disguise it. Great question.
Yeah, that is perfect. Normally you would wear a belt if you have an hourglass. That would really show off your skinnier part of you. But if you're wearing a belt on your tummy, it's going to emphasize it a bit more. But especially if you tighten front, there is a trick that you can do, and if I've a dress there, I'll show it to you. This is, the belt is here. I was so tidy, I thought I had it on the waistline.
This is a wrap dress, is it?
It's a false wrap dress.
Okay.
It's like, what way would I describe it? We sell loads of these in different colours because they're so flattering, whether you've a flat tummy or whether you have a big tummy, because of the way it falls, the cut of it. But if you wear your belt backwards, particularly if it is the same material as the belt.
Oh, I think we need someone to hold the hanger for you. If there's anyone listening, now Niamh, who's on sound, has to stay where she is. But if anyone in the building wants to help Danny here,
again, if I brought a mannequin with me, I could get off.
We could do it with a mannequin, yeah.
But if you turn the belt, instead of tying it to the front, tie it to the back, it will give that more flattering look to it. But what would be better is to bring the eye upwards. Maybe you need to bring depending on whether the lady has a high or a low tummy, go high to bring the eye away from the tummy area, just under the bust area. You can tie a belt there to show it off or not to show it off. It's a funny question because I'd nearly need that
to see the lady, wouldn't you?
To see the lady to give you the best advice.
Am I right in saying belts are very in at the moment?
They are. They're very in. Like that, it's to emphasise because a lot of the stuff tends to be a bit oversized, and if you don't want to wear the oversized, you need a belt to pull it in. The belt is something like that was big in the 1970s and it's making a recurrence again. But you have to be very careful. Just because a dress or a jacket has a belt doesn't mean to say it's going to suit your shape. Sometimes you may be better off without a belt. Don't be suffering for fashion. Just because it's in doesn't mean to say it'll suit you.
Okay, fair enough.
That is the one thing. If that person that phones in would like to call in to me in the shop, I can show you what would be the best part of your body to place your belt or to have a belt at all.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Sometimes maybe not having
it's
one.
hard, yeah.
Okay, but meanwhile, back at the packing for a holiday.
Yeah,
Do you know something, Danny? I really wish I was going on holidays now. It's all this talk about airports and flights and now packing, and I've no holiday to look forward. Well, I had my holiday earlier in the year, so I'm dying to go away again now. Next year,
I know of coming back. I wish in my holidays I brought more books with me, was my biggest regret. But what harm? I did get the break, and that's what matters. Again, what I'm doing, this is our 7th piece of clothing, is it? Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's our 8th piece of clothing in the thing. If you look at the pattern here, there's so many different colours going on. We can get in our navy cut-offs again. You can use this as a blouse, or again, you can button it down and use it as a bit of a jacket.
And this is, what would you describe that garment as? Now, I know it's multicoloured and patterned. It's very nice.
It is a V-neck blouse.
Okay, but it's kind of loose fitting.
And it's loose fitting.
Okay.
It's not body hugging. When you go away as well on holidays, if you want to stay cool, it's better to go with something loose rather than with a garment that hugs the body, because you'll go up a degree or two with the warmth of it. But when it's loose, it's ideal. You feel better, you feel more relaxed, and it will leave the air to circulate around your body better as well. And again, the V-neck in this is ideal. It gives you that lovely... With this, the V-neck isn't too deep, so you're not showing off something you shouldn't be. And again, it just gives that lovely shape to the neck, which gives that lovely longer neckline, which is... looks a lot more youthful as well. And again, you can go for a long sleeve or a short sleeve, but with this we've gone for the short sleeved. And again, you can add in, there's a bit of royal blue in this, and then with your 3/4 trousers, it's a lovely mix and match.
You might just put those headphones under the desk there,
sorry.
Danny. We're getting a bit of feedback. Yeah,
Okay.
right under the desk.
Right
yeah,
under.
very good.
Perfect.
Thank you. Gotcha. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
It isn't just me.
Come back
making
up
noise.
now, Danny. Don't stay under the desk.
But there we go with the royal blue. And again, you can match in your navy with this, and you can match in your white. So you have so many different options, like the dress suit or the dress blouse. You can do the same thing with this. Quite easy. Again, just be careful when you pick out your colours. You could also put black with this, but you can also get away with navy because there is both colours again in it. And sticking on the royal blue, we have a lovely top here. Again, you can get away with your white, your navy or your royal blue. And each time you put a different trousers underneath it, this is again a blouse that goes over your head, but it doesn't button all the ways down, because I know some people are afraid of full blouses because they might have a big back or a big bust and would be afraid of a bit of showing off underneath where there's bulging going on with the buttons. But again, keep it nice and simple. Stick to your 3 colours, which are the white, the navy and the royal blue with the blues. And again, you can see the white there. Put on navy and it changes the colour again.
Yeah, that makes for a fabulous outfit, actually. Am I right in saying that everything is very patterned?
It is.
At the moment.
And going nowhere in pattern.
Yeah.
I was buying yesterday in Dublin for next spring, summer, and the amount of pattern is something else as well. But there was a small bit of plain print. A lot of people are afraid of pattern, like I've said before, but there's nothing to be afraid of because it can hide a lot of the problems people have, whether you're a man or a woman. You can get away with murder with the pattern, and depends on the pattern as well. Just when you do try on, go for a pattern that will suit you, is what I'd go for. And the colours as well that would suit you. It does make a big difference. But fashion is about you, it's not about trends. Style is forever, so just remember. And with what I'm showing you here, these are something that you can wear again in maybe 5 years' time. So you're investing right the first time when you buy so you're not buying all the time.
A couple of more questions for you. A listener says, I love the cutout trousers that Danny is describing, especially for the summer, but I'm not very tall. Will they just make me look smaller?
No, not necessarily. A lot of people that are small think, their legs can be disproportionate to the rest of them. They could have lovely long legs. But again, if you think it's too short or too long, all you have to do is maybe roll up the trousers a wee bit to the length that suits you best. Or get ones that are shorter. What I try to do, these are ones that we do ourselves, and I get them designed particularly for us here at Anbury's. But again, other shops do the same. They have their own mixture and stuff like that. Again, the key is you might be a case of having to roll your trouser to make it to the ideal length for you. But without seeing you, overall, they should be about maybe 4 to 6 inches away from your ankle, and that should be at the right length for you. But it also depends if you have skinny ankles or if you have wider ankles. These may be not for you. You might have to go for a shorter, just above the knee, to keep everything in proportion to make you look taller and slimmer.
And then a lot depends on the heel as well, doesn't it?
It does.
If you wear flats with them.
You can. A lot of people wear the flats, the runners. A lot of people, I've noticed on holidays as well, when I was people watching, a lot of people were going for more the platform shoes, even with the sandals. So that gave them that extra inch or two, but still, it was comfort as well at the same time. Again, what the lady was saying there, you do have to be careful, but with the majority, these are a 21 inch and they'll do whether you're tall, and believe it or not, for the smaller woman, we find the 21 inch 3/4 suit the majority of people.
Okay, gotcha. Danny, we're nearly out of time now. Is there anything else you want to show us, or any other quick tricks?
Again, the other thing is, when you do invest in your summer, just remember what we've done here in the navy, we can do it in the black or we can do it in the khaki. Don't be afraid of print, because print, when the question you asked me earlier, print is very versatile when it comes to packing, whether it is a weekend here in Ireland or abroad, because you can put so many different colours with a print. That would be the one thing, and I would embrace print rather than be afraid of it.
Okay, so plenty of camis and pants in neutral colours,
and leave them plain and leave everything else
with a bit of pattern.
Let that do all the work. Again, the pattern can be your friend rather than your enemy.
Okay. That's a nice thought to leave today's slot with. Actually, we'll squeeze in one question because it just came in and it's a great question. A caller says, it used to be said that redheads couldn't wear red. What does Danny think?
Whoever came out with that needs to be shot. Sorry. Because you get so many people, and again, you've so many different shades of redheads. Get the right colour shade of red. Maybe red with a real redhead might be clashing of colour, but when you would maybe calm it down, maybe more of a pink tone in it or a blue tone, it can be the best colour. It depends on the shade, not the colour. The shade is the most important thing when you're styling yourself with colours. The shade. And the old, I suppose, there's a lot to be said for the old ways, but there are other things like a redhead shouldn't wear this or redhead shouldn't wear that. They can, once it's the right shade.
Yeah, perfect.
To match.
Okay, Danny, thank you so much for that.
You're more than welcome.
I hope everyone enjoyed that.